We ready? Okay. Good evening. Welcome to the City of Groton Mayor and Council meeting for Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. City Clerk, please call the roll.
Present, we have Mayor Keith Hedrick, Deputy Mayor Guinevere Tipo, Councilor Rashad Carter, Councilor Paul Norris, Councilor Christine Piazza, Councilor Stephen Sheffield, City Clerk Megan Peters. Excused, we have Finance Director Ron Uhas and Councilor Lisa McCabe.
Thank you. All stand, salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Recognitions, awards, and memorials. Councilor Carter.
I guess I'd be remiss to just bring up the passing of Sergeant Brangmole from the Connecticut State Police.
Okay.
He laid his life on the line and passed away last week due to storm flood waters. So we pray for his family and everybody that knew him.
Okay. Thank you. And if we'll just have a moment of silence in his memory. Okay. Is there anyone else for recognitions, awards, and memorials? This takes us to receipt of citizens' petitions, comments. Receipt of citizens' petitions, the portion of the council meeting where the council welcomes comments from citizens. To address the council, please sign the sheet at the table in the front of the meeting room. When you're recognized, please approach the podium. Clearly state your name and address. Each presentation should be limited to 5 minutes or less, and citizens should, if possible, submit emailed or written comments. Presentations should be related to matters pertinent to the City of Groton. City councilors will only ask questions in order to clarify the speaker's presentation and can respond during the response to citizens' petitions portion of the meeting. Do we have anyone that is signed up for citizens' petitions? Do we have anyone in the audience who would like to speak? Seeing none, we will skip response to citizens' petitions comments. We're on to approval of the minutes. I'd like a motion to approve the August 16, 2021 Mayor and Council meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carries. I'd like a motion for, to accept the August 23rd, 2021 Committee of the Whole meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. And I need a motion to accept the August 30th, 2021 Special Committee of the Whole meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carries. Communications and reports. Councilor Norris.
None at this time, Mayor.
Councilor Sheffield.
I attended the webinar for the National League of Cities regarding the American Rescue Plan and Equity, long-term planning for local governments. It touched on a few points that we discussed on the Special Committee of the Whole in reference to money for small businesses, broadband. Also, it mentioned COVID testing and vaccinations. It also brought up, what was the other thing I did with my notes? And I think, here's the back, okay. Voting rights protections, affordable housing, something that I'm not sure the extent that the city could deal with affordable housing issues here, as well as a health and public safety department, which helps with vaccinations and the effects of overdoses and so forth, to where you branch it away from the regular police departments or possibly fire departments and creating a whole health and public safety department to just address those emergency issues for first responding and so forth. So the police doesn't have to actively get involved in it. they'll have a special health department area that would address those issues right in their own in-house department. So something that the American Rescue Plan is also looking to implement. So those are some of the things that it touched upon. So it was a pretty good webinar session.
Okay.
So that's all.
Thank you. Councilor Piazza?
Haven't presently attended anything, but just a roll-off from the last meeting in reference to the organ tissue donation we were speaking about and the flag. So I am back in touch with the group in reference to that, as far as flag, and also coordinating at the blood drives to be able to do that and be the representative there.
Do you want to speak to the buses? Or do you want to come off of what I come off of?
I'll wait till.
Okay. Thank you. Councilor Carter? Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Depot?
I just wanted to emphasize we have, I think, is it 1 more month or 1.5 months of the farmer's market left?
Yes, it goes until October 26th.
So I just want to emphasize there's a lot of great vendors there. I got some stuff from one of the farms there that was really good, and if people are looking for any kind of produce, it's kind of a big variety there. So I would encourage people to go check it out. And I mean, the park's, it's getting to be kind of nice, not too hot, not too cold, so it's a good time to go. And it runs through October, so I would encourage people to go to that. I also, on the 27th, volunteered at the food box distribution. It was a very hot day, and we worked. There were a lot of people there to receive food, and I just want to encourage people. Our next distribution is on the 24th of September, I believe, and I just want to encourage people, if a box of food will help you and your family, please come to our events. It is free. There's no registration. You just have to drive up, and we throw a box of food in your car. And yeah, we had a very good reception and a good volunteer team last time. So yeah, so make sure people are aware of that. That's all.
Adding on to that, if you're in the audience and you can't get to the food distribution, please call our number to Mayor's office, 860-446-4103. That's 860-446-4103. We will take your address and we will deliver a box of food to you. No one should go hungry. We will do our very best to make sure that food is available for anybody and everybody that wants it. This Saturday is the Groton City Brew Run, sponsored by Groton Utilities and the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Run a 5K, enjoy sampling beers from 11 local breweries, music, and food trucks. Learn more and sign up on the City of Groton's website. The Riverfront Children's Center 5K at Eastern Point Beach will be held on September 18th. Learn more and sign up at the Riverfront and City of Groton 5K Foot Pursuit, runsignup.com. Ledgelight Health District will be conducting COVID testing at the City of Groton Municipal Building every Tuesday from 3 to 7. No appointments are needed, and testing is available to everyone. SEMA 4 will process, collect your health insurance information if you have coverage, but there is no charge if you do not have coverage. So please do not let the fact that you may not have health insurance get in the way of getting tested for COVID. From 3 to 7 here, come here and you will receive a test. The 2021 beach season closed on Monday, September 21st. So what does that mean? You can now have leashed dogs on the park area of Eastern Point Beach. You can still not, first of all, they got to be on leashes. Secondly, clean up after your pets. And you can't let them off the leash to run around, and you can't let them go in the water. That is not a local thing. We're not being hard to get along with. That's a DPH requirement. So do not let your pets in the water. The City of Groton Parks and Recreation, Fire Department, and Police Department are working with the Groton Lodge of Elks to host a 9/11 20th anniversary remembrance ceremony to be held on September 11th at 9 o'clock in the morning on the Municipal Building grounds. This event is open to all who attend. The Farmers Market will continue to operate every Tuesday from 3 to 6 p.m. through October 26th. And like Deputy Mayor Depot said, there's still lots of fruits and vegetables. We're in tomato season now, we're in corn season. If those are the kinds of things that you like, they have those and lots of other vegetables. We also have a coffee vendor, we have a marinara vendor, we have cupacha, we have J&R Scallops for seafood. We have Firefly Farms for chicken, pork, and beef. We have, gosh, I forget her name, but she has beeswax candles. We have somebody that has herbal teas, fresh made, dried herbal teas. We have someone that has organic soaps that they make. Standish Brook Farms has different kinds of breads and scones. We have the cannoli guy is there. Who's the rib guy? Short Ribs Cafe is there. They've been there for the last 4 weeks, and they have short ribs and macaroni and cheese. They have Korean short ribs. They have burritos, quesadillas, sliders. They have those things. And what else? Granny's Pies is there, and that's who was there today. So have a lot of variety, a lot of food that we're trying to get to people.
Mayor, can I just interject? And they take EBT now, right?
They also take EBT, so your EBT cards are SNAP. EBT is allowed here. Join the City of Groton Planning and Economic Development staff and Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection on September 20th and 22nd for the New London and Groton Community Climate Solutions Workshop. More information is available on the city website. So the last thing I want to talk about, which is very important, today was the very first day of school. So in the city, the Thames River Magnet School opened today, and it's a new opening. There are new traffic patterns there, so be aware of the new traffic patterns. We need to watch for children, not just there, but at all the new schools, because the children are excited to go to school, they're excited to get places, and they may dart out from in between cars. So we need to be extra vigilant and pay attention for them. The other thing is, today was the first day, so they're gonna have hiccups. The first couple days, maybe even the first week, there's gonna be some challenges with the routes. The bus drivers haven't had a whole lot of time to get familiar with all the routes. Some of the routes have changed, and there's a lot of heavy traffic out there, and that means there will probably be delays. And if your child is not picked up exactly on time or dropped off exactly on time, please be patient. The school system is working on the routes and trying to figure it out, and this too will pass, and we'll get through it all. But we need some patience. I was looking at Facebook today, and some people were just absolutely mean in their comments. They need a chance to have this work. So please work with them. Please understand that no one's doing this on purpose. They're doing the best thing they can to take care of your kids. So with that, Councilor Piazza, do you want to add anything to that?
I think that pretty well covered. Thank you, Mayor. What is going on, exactly every single word that he says is true. And just to emphasize that the runs did come in, we're pouring in on Thursday and still into Friday while we were picking runs, because we were bidding on our runs. So we were picking them as people were coming in by seniority. So that had some delays in it, and not everybody got to dry run, which means you do your route as you need to. So we actually they afforded other people to dry run again because there were updates. And the unfortunate part is actually maneuvering in and out of the schools probably was the biggest concern of when they were able to get in and actually leave. So hopefully that'll all be, I want to say, I'm not sure if engineer is the best way to say it, but smoothed out on how they're all going to do that. And understanding too that they have now combined high school and middle school together this year, so that's a big difference also. So I do appreciate the words of just staying patient. You can call the bus lot in your local city of Groton for STA, or you can call the Board of Ed if you have any concerns, and that would be the best way, and just produce those people, and we can certainly hope smooth those all out. And we did have, I mean, just to even add to that, we didn't even have some buses go down, and mine was one of them, so, so it doesn't help. So there's, you know, there's just some little things that are going on, but communication is the best.
And specific to the Thames River Magnet School, if you look at the way the entrances are established, there's one entrance just to come in and drop your children off. But that's for first grade and above. Pre-K and for the school buses, it is the second entrance, the southern entrance, the entrance near Morse and Hines, the one down there that you're supposed to go to. So if you're dropping off pre-K, that's the entrance you want to go to. You come back around, there's a little turnaround area that's safe just for the pre-K kids. It's established just for them. And then you can come back out. Same with the buses. They have a special place that they come and pull and drop off the children and then leave and leave the area. So we're working on it. We're working, the police here in the city is working with the Board of Ed and with the bus drivers to make this a smooth transition. So we're gonna get there. And that's it. Councilor Piazza.
Yes, I just wanted to add too, is that just only with the traffic and so forth, please do remember as far as the stop signs is please be obedient to those as best you can. I mean, just do it. I mean, because we do have a lot of crossovers this year, so that's very concerning for us as bus drivers. And just even like a certain example of the bus route that I had, because some of the schools did start last week. And so on Friday, there was actually Mosher, which is actually Mystic, that I have to go on. That was actually blocked off today. So coming back, I actually had to go in and then actually go back and then reroute and come all the way back in. So that adds delays. Everything's adds delays. So
Okay,
that's it.
thank you. Okay, committee referrals. Are there any committee referrals from the council? Councilor Norris.
Yes, just at one of Group 1 committee meetings, economic development, we had as a referral that we would request Ms. Patrick to come to one of our meetings in the future and give us a quick summary or synopsis of the where she stands working with the various groups for grants and surveys. So I would be getting hold of Ms. Patrick in a future date to see if she can do that. And
Okay.
we're talking maybe a 5-minute little conversation.
Okay, not a problem. Please reach out to her. Thank you. Anything else on committee referrals? Okay, moving on to new business. Councilor Norris.
R-21-9-139.
Correct.
Therefore, be resolved that the mayor and council waive the bid process and authorize a purchase order of Hudson Enterprise, Inc. at 17800 North 85th Street, Scottsdale, Arizona, for the Axon Enterprise body camera software support and storage in the amount of $19,356.00 to be paid from fiscal year 22 Police Department operating funds. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We have the chief here if you have any questions for him, but this was discussed during the committee of the whole. Are there any questions from the council? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Deputy Mayor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-21-9-140. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council waive the bid process and authorize a purchase order to Tritech Software Systems, a Central Square Company, 1000 Business Center Drive, Lake Mary, Florida, for Information Management Corporation software support in the amount of $16,143.38 to be paid from fiscal year 22 Police Department operating funds. I so moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was, let's see, where are we here? This was discussed at the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Councilor Sheffield.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-21-9-141. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve the purchase of one 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe PPV from Sullivan's Northwest Hills, 2065 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut, for a total cost of $37,613.12 to be paid from current year Police Department Capital Reserve Fund appropriations. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This is a new item. Chief, could you come forward and brief the council? You can take the mask off because you're 6 foot away.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. What we have is, and approved in our budget for this year, is one vehicle for patrol. We have chosen the Chevy Tahoe, and it would be for a supervisor vehicle. The Chevy Tahoe is a larger vehicle than the Ford that we have presently. And it would be a command vehicle, so there'd be a bigger trunk. We'd be able to put more items in there, more assets, really a truly command center that we would have. And the present vehicle that we have for the supervisor would be moved down to patrol. Doing the numbers, we found that the Chevy Tahoe, compared to the 2019 that we bought 2 years ago, is $1,000 more than it was than the Ford at that time. All of our local police departments that we spoke with, the reason for going for the Tahoe, besides its size and command presence, would be that it's less maintenance. They find that the Chevy is less prone to defects, which will save us on repairs. And presently, we have 8 vehicles. 2 of them are Crown Vics, which they no longer make anymore. Those are 2011 and 2012s. And a couple of 2015s up to a 2019. So we're looking to get a new vehicle, which was in the budget, and it is going through the state budget, state contract. So that's what we're looking to get.
Any questions for the chief? Councilor Sheffield.
What's the vehicle warranty for this vehicle, since it's new? What's the?
I would have to get that information for you, sir.
Okay.
But it does have a warranty.
Yes, it does have a warranty.
And this would be just for one you don't plan on buying any additional for any additional supervisors, right?
This year,
would be
no. We
okay.
only budgeted for one patrol vehicle, and I think we have one soft car vehicle that we're looking to get. So we have so much that we can work with, so we'll buy this vehicle, then we have to outfit it, and whatever left, we can get a soft vehicle, a detective vehicle, which are 2007s or 9s, I believe, that we have right now.
Any other questions from council? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Councilor Piazza.
Thank you, Mayor. We are on
Thank you, Chief.
142. Resolution R-21-9-142. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council provisionally authorize and approve a contract with the New England Recreation Group, P.O. Box 1503, Westboro, Massachusetts, for surfacing installations on the playground at Washington Park based on the price of $84,624.61, and an added contingency for a total expenditure not to exceed $93,087.07, to be paid from capital reserve funds. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Excuse me. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Councilor Carter.
Thanks. R-21-9-143. Therefore be it resolved that, the mayor and council previously authorize and approve the city of Groton to award the Buckhorn Road construction project contract to B&W Paving Landscaping LLC 305 Butler Town Road, Oakdale, Connecticut, for a price of $2,040,482.50. An additional 10% contingency for a total not to exceed $2,244,530 and 70 cents, with $2,243,210.75 to be paid from the State of Connecticut Local Transportation Capital Improvement Program funds, and the remaining $1,320.00 to be paid from the fiscal year 2022 highway operating budget. I so move.
Second.
I just want to say that the not to exceed number should be 75 cents, not 70.
All right, there's a lot of numbers there.
I know. No,
70 cents the first time, but
no,
75 the second time.
I agree. I just wanted to make sure so that the motion is not challenged at a future date. All right, so we have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Deputy Mayor Depot.
Not really discussion on it, but I know that this is kind of, we don't know when it's gonna start, or can we just get an update when this project starts? And
Absolutely. I intend to have Heidi or someone else brief us probably monthly
okay,
on this update because the public's interested. I have promised lots of people that live and work on Pequannock that we would keep them updated, and I intend to, we'll do it personally, but also at this meeting.
thank you.
Thank you. All right, before we go on to Resolution R-21-9-144, I would like to get a motion to substitute the motion that you have on your table with a motion that is in the agenda packet.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carries. So there was enough changes in the motion that instead of trying to amend it, I decided to use, it's a little-known thing, but it is in Robert's Rules, where you substitute the entire motion because of significant rewrites on it. Okay, and with that, we have Sue Blanchette. Sue is here to talk to us, but before you start, Sue, Councilor Norris, if you could introduce Resolution R-21-9-144.
There be resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to issue a purchase order for the $805,397.00 to Sabre Industries 8653 East Highway 67 Alvarado, Texas, for purchase of poles to replace poles on the 69 kV 400 line and the 115 kV 1410 and 1280 lines for the transmission project to be paid by the transmission lines 1410-1280-400 Buddington Substation fiscal year 2022 bond fund project. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed briefly, this was discussed at the committee of the whole, but I would like to get Sue. Sue, if you could address the council on this motion only, on why the changes and why it's significant to get approved tonight.
And then subsequent approval by the council. When this was originally brought to the Utilities Commission, we did add a 10% contingency. However, the pricing has increased well beyond that 10% contingency. Pricing received last Friday, September 3rd, clearly indicated that, and it also stated that the price is only good until this Friday. This is the reason why we're bringing it to you tonight at the increased amount.
Okay, any questions for Sue? Councilor Piazza.
I was just looking at the previous one, and this had the 10% contingency, and this one has no contingency at all. So is that just a flat rate that we're quoting here, and that the bid is?
That's based on what they quoted us, and with a 7-day, we're gonna give it to you for 7 days and that's it. A lot of times, people give us 30 days or 6 months. Now, with the way steel prices are, we'll give you, here's what we got, and we can guarantee it for 7 days. That's one of the reasons the sense of urgency is here.
So
But
no
yes.
contingency added to it at all?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Deputy Mayor Depot.
So generally, the contingency is to make sure if there's an overspend. So if there is an overspend on this project, what happens?
Sue, do you have any insight on the contingency? Because it's not here. And I assume that it's baked in, not baked in, that it is included into the price. But then Deputy Mayor Depot's question is, if it goes over, what then?
Well, certainly, we would like to make this purchase with urgency so that we don't go over budget. But typically, in most fashion, the contingency is simply a part of percentage-based in case of add-ons or potential cost overruns. In this particular case, we included a contingency simply because of the volatility in the steel market. So that was the absolute reason for that 10% contingency placed during the approval process before the Utilities Commission. So it's not a matter of over budget on the project, it's simply allow us the opportunity to forecast what the price could have been by the time we reached our normal approval process.
So, Sue, this is a material purchase only, is that correct? There's no labor?
Material purchase, yes.
So it's a material purchase, and therefore, you wouldn't expect any, if they're gonna hold it for 7 days, then that's the price. Counselor Sheffield.
Yeah, I would assume if it goes over the amount, they would have to come back to the council again
Yeah.
to approve for additional funds would be my,
Yes, if it
Yeah,
goes over
okay.
that amount, but if you guys approve it tonight, then we got 7 days, and tomorrow morning, they're gonna be finalizing this purchase and say, we're good. And then, so hopefully you don't hear from this again until you hear that the poles are going in the ground. So, this is just a material purchase.
yeah.
Counselor Piazza.
And thank you. Just in addressing this as far as the budget and what it is, so when you're looking at a 10% contingency, what was written originally, we would come up with a total of 814,000 plus, where this one's sitting at 805. So in some ways, it's actually better in that we're having it hold it for a week, so, without a contingency.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You do the same.
Good night. Deputy Mayor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-21-9-145. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to issue a purchase order to Atlantic Fluid Technology, 354 West Boylston Street, Suite 221, West Boylston, Massachusetts, for the amount not to exceed $112,000 and no cents, including a 20% contingency for purchase of 3 KSB submersible pumps to replace the existing 1997 pumps at the Eastern Point Pump Station, to be paid from the approved fiscal year 2022 water non-bonded capital budget. I so move.
Second,
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Counselor Sheffield, excuse me.
Resolution R-21-9-146. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to provisionally approve engineering agreement number 5 from Stantec Consulting Service Incorporated, 5 Burlington Woods Drive, Suite 210, Burlington, Massachusetts, to extend contract from April 30th, 2021 to October 29th, 2021, for a cost of $75,000 and no cents as part of the State of Connecticut Drinking Water, is that supposed to be
It should be
safe?
state.
Safe Revolving Fund, DWSRF, project number 2013-0140, with such revisions as required by Groton Utilities Management and the State of Connecticut Department of Public Health, and Mayor Keith Hedrick be authorized to execute engineering agreement number 5 upon final approval from the State of Connecticut Department of Public Health. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Councilor Piazza.
I just want to ask in reference to approval from the State of Connecticut Department of Health, are we foreseeing any big changes or anything at all?
No, the requirement, because we're spending the low-interest loan from them, is that when we come up with the changes, they go and independently review the changes, and then they authorize it before so it comes to you guys, and then they will authorize it for us to expend those funds, whatever the engineering change is. But they're working with us almost on a daily basis so that they know what's going on with this project. This, you weren't on the council, a couple of you were not on the council when this happened. This is the largest project that the Department of Public Health has funded in the state of Connecticut. We were listed number 1 for priority, and when this was first authorized several years ago.
Nice.
Any other questions on this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Councilor Piazza.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-21-9-147. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to enter into a contract with B&W Paving and Landscaping LLC, 305 Butlertown Road, Oakdale, Connecticut, for the 16-inch water main crossing of Poquatonic, if I pronounce that right.
You did?
Okay. Cove Bridge Project not to exceed $1,556,995.00, including a 10% contingency to be paid from approved fiscal year 2022 water non-bonded capital budget, in which the terms are 50% cost share with Norge Utilities, and that the Mayor Keith Hedrick be authorized to sign the contract. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Councilor Carter.
R-21-9-148, therefore be resolved that the mayor and council award.
I have no idea.
I was gonna ask you. Janash. Yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds good.
Janash Properties LLC, located at 150 Bridge Street, 150 Bridge Street, Groton, Connecticut. The Economic Development Business Soft Cost Grant in the amount of $1,000.00. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. However, Sierra Patrick's here in case there are any questions. Are there any further questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I need a motion to adjourn, or?
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Thank you, council. Thank you, Sierra. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Jill.
9 o'clock on September, Saturday.